God, Jim!
Looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire. Angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the two-piece! Oh my God!
Cada equipo ahí contento con los dos trató de darle ese respetazo ahí, consigue eliminar a Medusa y rápido se voltea y se destaque na marotagem, belo ângulo dele.
He's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O ImPERium vai tentando fazer o primeiro. A estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped for a follow right there. He no-scoped.
Termina eliminando a Jack, igual queda solamente vivo por parte de repente, sigue la primera baja de este round, se da cuenta que no
Good evening, everybody. We are back live for another day, another edition, another game, another everything, another ImPERium. No, there could never be more than one, as the one and only right here to my right. ImPERium, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good. It's gonna be an awesome evening of Call of Duty Mobile action. We're really getting into the thick of the season, and with the changes that are going to be made to the rules, with the changes that are being made in terms of one division, it really feels like we're we're developing into something so much bigger in the Mobile Mayhem, right? The teams are stacking up. You've got kind of, you know, the COD Mobile esports scene, you know, the stage 4, you know, coming up. That's being teased a bit more. Things are really getting good. I have no doubt that tonight is going to be no different in terms of action, clutches, moments, step-ups, disappointments as well, because there's always good with the bad. And I cannot wait to see what goes down.
I am super excited about what's going to happen today as we say that. Go ahead and take a look at the schedule. Let everyone know what's on the agenda today. We're going to have 3 series today, 3 best of 3s. It's going to be Aphelion versus Bunker Rog Esports, which we have pre-recorded, guys, so not going to have any spoilers in chat. But this game was played at 8 p.m. as we would normally start off due to making accommodations to religious beliefs and Ramadan, so we are accommodating to that. Game number 2 is going to be, series number 2 is going to be Ultima taking on Tragik. Tragik, after what seems like they haven't played since the first week, are back finally on stream, so we'll be able to have that played out in a best of 3. Elevate taking on Stamina, our final match of the series. That's going to be some huge implications. Am I right?
It is that's a monstrous way to end the evening. Elevate versus Stamina. Now we know Elevate on Tuesdays games did Rog Esports side 2-1 after, you know, as you said to me, an absolutely disastrous start for them in that series, and coming up against Stamina, it's not going to be any easier of a task, right? They do need the point as well, because Stamina are ahead of them in the standings when it comes to points, but Elevate are going to give it everything.
They're going to have to. Elevate started off the season on the wrong foot, as they weren't able to even get a point on the board against Tragik early on in the season. And we just kind of see them at a standstill at the moment.
Yeah.
I say standstill. They got 50 freaking points, bro. What am I talking about? Elevate, still with 50 points on the board. That's huge.
They won the last season, so I understand where, okay, standstill maybe isn't the right word, but I see where it comes from. They won last season, right? If anything, they've kind of bolstered the roster since then. So, they should be on the top of the standings. We're surprised that they're not. And now the climb back is already begun, but it kind of needs to be completed, you know, in our book. So I definitely see where you're coming from.
I expected them to have at least 80 points right now. They haven't even played enough games to get 80 points, and I was expecting them to have 80 points already. I'm terrible. Yeah. Aphelion at the moment, who we're gonna get to watch here momentarily, on top of the board with Stamina and Tragik 60 points, all Elevate 50 points.
Yeah.
Cygnus EU rounding that side of the list up with 35 as we are taking a look at the other side. Rog Esports, 30 points for them. Ultima, 20 points. Hypnotize, 5. So we're not going to have a negative season and or a 0. Nobody's laid a goose egg. I'm super proud of these guys. Last season was very disappointing. When I looked at that scoreboard at the end of the season, I saw 0 points for multiple teams at the end of the season. I was just disappointed. I was just overall upset with how that panned out. I understand things go on, but I'm so proud of these guys putting up a fight every single game they play, and I love seeing that level of competition. And without further ado, we're actually going to go ahead and take a look at the best of 3 as we have the matchup on hand. As soon as I get done bantering, because I've seemed to be doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, the map and picks for this first series. It's going to be a hardpoint raid followed by Search and Destroy Tunisia, and ending on a domination firing range if we do get to that point. As far as the bans, Aphelion have banned the Hardpoint Summit. Rog, they have banned the Domination Hackney Yard, and QQ9 as well as the ASM-10 have been wiped off the board by both teams, which makes it is the weapon to kind of take off the table in these series, but it does open the doors up for the likes of the MP7 to shine through and other guns like that. And this series is going to be very good. Extremely happy to see Tunisia being played. been banned a couple of times, at least from last Thursday. So I want to see who's going to come out on top. Tunisia.
I don't know, man. You're going to have to buckle up and get ready because we're about to go ahead and jump into the action. We have Aphelion versus Bunker Rog Esports, best of 3. Guys, Hardpoint Raid is where we're going to begin this best of 3, guys. We're going to be on deck with Raw Karma, as Bunker Rog Esports had a phenomenal day on Tuesday. They took one game out of the best of 3 from Elevate, and now here we are going against another top-tier team in the EU comp scene. That's going to be Aphelion, the EU roster formerly known as Lo-Fi, acquired right before the start of this Mobile Mayhem season. We are going to see the first hill open up for business, and my guy Karma putting in work already. Yes, that's right, guys. Karma is on board, but he's going to be taken out. Kosh going to push in, and now we're going to have Rog Esports in there, but they are going to be contested. So a lot of, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of PP19 Bisons, am I right?
It's a lot of PP19 Bisons, and I'm used to seeing that gun, to be fair, from other games, so it's nothing unusual for me. However, it's nice to see it in the world of Call of Duty Mobile as this game is going on. What looked like a good start for Rog Black overall has still seen Aphelion Esports at least get the brunt of the first hardpoint points, 20-10 and counting in the last 10 seconds. And you know, I'm really looking out for what Darks can do in this game for Aphelion, because I think he's really been a standout player for the Aphelion side in the first few weeks of the Mobile Mayhem.
I agree with you. I also got to commend my guy Cartier. Cartier is one of those guys that,
Yes,
you know,
Cartier
once pushed in the right direction, once, you know, he gets the vision, man, I don't believe he can be stopped. We saw it in week 1. He held P4, P5 on that Hackney Yard hardpoint. I'll continue to talk about that, you know, every stream I can, because that was probably one of the most remarkable holes in OBJ hardpoint history. To say that we are going to see 29, or now we do see star player actually break hill, as he was able to get the objective. He is going to be accompanied by one other player. Doesn't need it though. Star player is able to slay, picking up 3 kills, big kills there, and he's up to 9 on the board at the moment. And now Rog Esports are going to be on the outskirts of this hill, and that's not going to be a good sign. You know, you've got a roster that they pulled the absolute best from both Bunker Esports teams in, and they have found themselves in a 30-point difference. And at the moment, it's looking pretty bleak for the guys over at Rog Esports, but have no fear. These guys have a way. They always have a way. I feel like these guys always find a way to get it, you know, make the game competitive and stay competitive, if not win it.
Well, the difference I'm seeing right off the bat between the two sides in terms of gun loadout is that Aphelion are running 4, I repeat 4 MP7s compared to Rog Black's 1. Well, actually not Rog Black, just Roggy, Bunker Rog 1, right? You know, so I think that's kind of, we all know that this map is pretty tight-lipped. It's close. There's not really too many long-winded areas, right? So I think that's really where it could be overall benefiting Aphelion Esports, despite the Rog side coming back into it, where they're able to get those close quarter combat 1v1s off with the fast fire rate of the MP7.
Yeah, that MP7 is a cannon when put in the right hands. We do see my guy star player up to 14 kills now as we take a look at the scorecard. 10-6 for Shark, Jazz 8-10, Karma 6-13. Just not having a great game. My guy Karma isn't. Star player on the flip side of things, 14-8, 8-8 or 8-9 now for Ray. Cartier 5-7. As I said, he is having a slow start, but do not underestimate my guy Cartier. Get him on the objective, and he is known to pop off. We see him take some shots at Shark there and Jazz. Not going to get either of those two. Kind of pinned in a position where he just could not find any cover at that moment. So Karma going to pick up his 8th there, or his 11th. Jesus Christ, he's picked up big kills since we talked about the scorecard. And now we're going to see Rog Esports just barreling down on the objective, and they are going to take the lead with a healthy 30-plus point lead going into this P5 rotation.
Very healthy lead coming out from the ROG side, to be fair. I think most of that comes down to that level of teamwork that's come through in the, you know, after the first 3 hard points where they did obviously fall behind. They basically got their crap together, started sticking together in duos. I said that with hardpoint, in my opinion, especially with the spawn meta or the respawn meta messed up. Sticking together as a duo, as a trio in hardpoint is so much more beneficial. I really think that's overall been the case for ROG as they are looking to hold on to this lead. It is very even. We talked, you know, before this game about how we think it's going to come to a game 3, and it seems like it's come that way even from the first game, right? 113 to 85. Aphelion are not far behind.
They aren't. They are hanging with the best of them. If you look at this Bunker ROG Esports roster, I mean, let's be real. They look like a series, like a team that are compiled of like all MVP players. Shark, Jazz, Kosh, Karma, Marvel. All these guys are highly skilled players. Very experienced. They're vetted players, all 5 of them. You've seen them in seasons past. Shark being, you know, when I first came into the EU comp scene, the first thing people would scream at the top of their lungs was how great Shark was. Shark, self-proclaimed best player in EU. I don't necessarily know if that's you know that's opinion based, obviously, but he's proven himself to be one of the best, and you are absolutely right, one of the best indeed. As we see him pick up one, take some shots on another, he's gonna be taken out by Cartier. Cartier again is having a slow start. And we do see the side of Aphelion down by 70-plus points. P5 was not good to them. P1's not looking any better. We are going to see them battle from behind. And, you know, as I continue to speak about this Aphelion roster, they're one that you cannot discount in a hardpoint matchup. But with Shark putting in work like he is, dude, he is just firing the hell out of that Bison. He is making it look easy. 64 shots, and he's counting every single one of them. Takes down star player, but is going to be immediately spotted by Enzio. Yes, Enzio is that player that we were talking about who had the Flacco game tag the last time we saw him live on stream. So everyone was questioning, is that the real Flacco? No, that's Enzio. There he is right there, my guy.
Enzio, let's see if he can be the O and the O. What a comeback for the side of Aphelion. They do have control of this hardpoint inside the kitchen area, so that's gonna hopefully be a real kickoff start for them in through the smoke star players coming in to pick up his 24th kill. He has been, you know, pun intended, the star player of Aphelion in this game, right? Nobody else on his team has above 20 kills. Enzio on 14, Cardi on 14, Rayad on 16. So really, star player is really stepping up to the plate across the board in this game so far, despite them being nearly 100 points behind. And that is a hard deficit to come back from at this stage of the game, right? When the side of Bunker ROG are only 50 points away from taking this win.
They are, and this is definitely a position that they're familiar with. Star player, doesn't matter what the situation is, he's going to put in 150%. Cartier is starting to finally get into his groove. As I see him on 17, he is looks like he has swapped over to the Bison as well. So he was using the MP7, if I wasn't mistaken, early on. And just as we were talking about people using players using the MP7, now we're going to be talking about players switching over to the PP Bison as we see a early break in favor of Aphelion. They are back in this thing. They're closing that 70-point gap now as P3 is open up for shop. Garage is going to be hella fruitful for Aphelion. If they can get a majority of these points, we will see a competitive fight in P4. P5 could ultimately be where this game ends.
Like, this is such a strong defense in Garage, which is an area that can be relatively easy to breach. So credit to the side of Aphelion for, you know, sticking the flag inside this hard point and really, you know, chasing that momentum that they need. They need this, right? They really need this. With 8 seconds left on this current hard point, they have closed that deficit to around 30 points. But now we're going to see this next hard point spawning up and have the players from Aphelion left it too little too late to move in towards this next hard point as the members of ROG will be looking to seal this game through in this hard point as they took out the smoke. Shark gets another kill to make that 30. He gets a triple just like that. Shark is looking to bite into his opponents and close this game out.
ROG Esports looking very great on this P4 hold. They have 4 players in the objective, and with Shark slaying out, man, there's nobody safe in the waters. We're going to see a cluster come down from the guys over at ROG Esports, and that could... No, that's not ROG Esports. That's going to be Aphelion, who actually get the cluster strike to come through, and with nobody watching the staircase, Shark is just going to wreak havoc. He is in the deep waters. He's going to be spotted, though, as we do see Enzio actually take some shots and get him. Derek's going to be taken down, star player as well. He is going to be traded. It's a series of trade. It's resulted in Shark having 35, Karma having 29, Kosh having 28. And Enzio has stepped up to the plate. 33 kills. Slow to start, fast to finish, as we do see a 40-point game, a little less than 40 points. As we do see only 15 points are needed for the side of Bunker ROG Esports. Unfortunately, I don't believe Aphelion is going to be able to get in there and contest long enough. Even if they are able to contest, there's no way they're going to be able to keep their opponents out of the hill for 5 seconds. That's all the guys need at Bunker ROG Esports, as we do see Jazz get traded. Ray comes through. He's picking up his groove. That's going to be it. That's going to do it for the side of Aphelion. Bunker ROG Esports takes game number 1, 250 to 198. And boys and girls, if you're keeping score at home, that is a 1-0 series as we move over to the Search and Destroy matchup on Tunisia.
Now, I'm mentioning this because of what happened on Tuesday, right?
You're right. You're right.
ROG, they won the first game against Elevate. They lost the next 2. Now, I'm not saying they're not a good team. Of course they're a fantastic team. But just to throw that little bit of a, that little bit of a devil's advocate, point of view, they need to follow it up with a very strong search and destroy.
You're absolutely right. And let me tell you, the hardpoint game that we watched Bunker ROG Esports against Aphelion, or not Aphelion, but Elevate, rather, on Tuesday, it wasn't this close. It was not this close. Elevate was... Yep. It's like they just did not start the game with the best mindset. They came in, they got completely owned, bro. It was one of those days where I was like, man, is Elevate going to get 2-0 here?
Fair,
Potentially, they were on the brink of getting 2-0, but somehow out of the grace of whoever was watching that game or whoever was playing that game, that Search and Destroy turned around real quick, as well as the Domination. The Domination didn't. It was dominant by Elevate only. That's it. So we'll take a look at the scorecards here. Shark, 36 to 27, a minute and 36 seconds on the hill. A minute and 30 for Karma, 33 and 32. The guys I want to talk about here are going to be Jazz and Marvel. Jazz, 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the hill. Marvel, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. That's ultimately the difference between both of these teams. We see pretty comparative scorecards for the top 3 players. Very similar. And then you see the bottom 2 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That's going to be Jazz and Marvel. Those guys wanted it more. Cartier, I will go ahead. I'll go on a limb and say that guy is probably one of the best OBJ players in the game that I've seen in clutch positions.
Okay.
Just was not that clutch this game.
Like, let's be fair. It was by no means a bad game from
No, definitely not.
It really wasn't. It was a hard-fought comeback towards the end when they were nearly 100 points behind, and then they closed at the 30. But maybe it was just, as I kind of said, holding on to that hardpoint 3 for a little bit too long was probably the biggest. I can't help but think it's the biggest reason why they lost, because going from hardpoint 3 to hardpoint 4, that takes a bit of time, right?
It does.
That's essentially on the opposite side of the map. Right?
It's exactly on the opposite side.
In between. Yeah. So that if they had have exited that hard point 4 seconds later, I kind of can't help but feel that maybe they could have been better set up as a team to defend what was it, to be fair, a very good push by Bunker Rog to close out that phase 4, and it ended up going to the hard point number 5. It did, because it was very scrappy. That's the thing. It was just scrappy for Aphelion in that hard point 4. It was just scrappy, and they just couldn't really control that how they needed to. In the end, Bunker closed it out, and it was also a very well-deserved win for the Bunker boys. And you know, we talk about how the individual players of Bunker are extremely strong. They are, and they're veterans, and they're experienced beyond limits. But as a team, they're still a new team. Let's
They are.
be straight up. And them being so experienced might make it easier for them to kind of build that synergy, but they still have to build it up. They still have to evolve, find the comms, the level of strategy, and even, hey, let's be fair, they need to also set aside their egos. I'm not saying they all have egos, but when they're all very, very strong, experienced players, that in itself can have an effect on how the team plays. If you've like 5 egotistical players in a team, that can sometimes make it harder for a team to really synergize and get the best out of each other. I'm not saying it's the case here, but it's an element to maybe take into account as you get through the weeks of Mobile Mayhem.
I have to 100% agree with you, and you have to stop and think. You've got 5 potential all-stars, on one roster. They've all been MVPs of something at some point. They've all fought for top positions in this game. They've all played the game, respectively for different teams and been top fraggers for different teams. So, different elements combining with each other can sometimes counter each other. But I have to agree with you when you state that they got to put those egos aside, or if it's just, what they, firmly believe in, or what they, you're used to playing, because this is a completely different game when you're playing with 4 other players who are exactly the same. And we aren't going to keep you from the action. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into game number 2, Search or Destroy on Tunisia. What's the count here? We got 1-0 in favor of ROG Esports. This is Aphelions' time to step up, dude. This is Aphelions' time to step up and shine. They've got this game to take it to a game 3. If not, they are going to miss out on at least 5 points.
Okay, so looking at this, we see them going for a little bit of a 4-man push on towards the A-bomb side. I really love this Tunisia map. It is classic. Really kind of brings out that classic attack, defend, objective-based gameplay, and the intricacies around that. The defense comes through. Star player gets 2 to really kick things off. And the ROG, they're under a decent bit of pressure. As the Dark is opting to use a sniper. I don't think snipers... I get on the attacking side, but I don't think snipers are the right way to go.
Well, on this particular map, I feel like a sniper is needed on each side. You need one, and you're gonna find it for NZO, for Aphelion. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna make a difference. If you're going for an A push, you need a sniper inside of that top winery area. If you're going for a B push, you need somebody on top of the B side of bomb. There's two elevated areas over there in which you can take advantage of, and there's a wide open lane in the middle. So it's one of those things that you may not necessarily have to have a sniper for, but I feel like it's something that could add value to the attacking side.
You know what?
I
do understand that. Now, I think we've established that the attacking side on Tunisia is a bit harder than being the defending side. It could evolve as the teams really get used to this map, as the bombs being planted. Darks and NZO have been taken out, but Star Player, he stood out in the first game. He's standing out right now. 4 kills so far as he's trying to shut down the players of ROG player by player.
4 kills on the board for him. Bomb is down. 22 seconds left. Cartier is going to be left alone, and with a plethora of ROG Esports players on the B bomb site, immediately we are going to see a 1-all series, or 1-all game rather, as Aphelion took the first round. The second round with the B push, they were just not prepared for it. We are going to see, again, a 3-man push over to the A bomb site and a 2-man push over to the... And Derek's and Enzio getting taken out immediately, as we do see 3 players rather, pushing over to the A side of things. They are just getting outmanned at the moment. So Enzio out 2 as a 4... Or not metaphor, maybe. I don't know. He's a star player, dude. Let's just go ahead and say he has been very...
For sure. It was too far, a little bit too far, and they got... And then Raid is going to clean this one up, as it's going to be the round. Prove my point wrong about... screw you. Right place.
Marvel. Oh, Marvel! You last 2 kills of the, the players that were already, still alive. And I did not expect him to take Marvel out there. Marvel had position. He had the knowledge of where Derek's was. And as we go to see a 3v2 or 3-2 right before the side flick, can they continue that kind of any rate, great use of throwables as the trades were made. Derek's and Dark are both down for the sides. Way else to the B side, and now the purple sniping up top. Raid.
Like, Raid Shadow Legends, baby. What a round for the side of Aphelion. Honestly, that was genuinely all right. Like, Raid's popping off along with Star Player. And that was the first round for Aphelion being on the attacking side, and they won it. Very successful bomb plant at the right time. Yeah, losing Cartier was maybe a little bit unnecessary at that point, but it didn't stop them from really holding their ground and defending that bomb plant extremely cleanly.
Marvel picks up an AK kill early on. That's going to give a 1-man advantage to the side of ROG Esports, as they are not pushing directly on the B side. They are anticipating a B plant, as we see one player backside. That's going to be Shark. Shark is going to be pushing towards the red room area, this little B connector rather, and now the sides are even again as Shark goes down. Kosh goes down too, so it's a 4v3. Now, the 1-man advantage was spoiled. What happened, ROG Esports? Is this a situation? Oh, Karma happened. That's exactly what happened, as Enzio goes down to Karma. And Derek's now with a 1v3. What happened, Aphelion? You had a 1-man advantage at one point, and I said that the same as well as ROG Esports. As Marvel does take down Derek's, they're going to get that bomb defused. It's going to be 4-3 going into the 8th here. And I guess I was just lost in translation. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see the other players get knocked or killed or whatever. It happened all of a sudden.
Straight up, Aphelion had a 2-man advantage actually to begin with, and then it quickly went to a 1-man advantage. Either way, in my eyes, it kind of threw that round away. But it is what it is. Still very close between the two sides, and Aphelion are 4 points to 3 in their favor. They have the advantage as they're still on the attacking side. Darks with the bomb in his hands, going to have Cartier close by, edging forward, being very, very aware of what's going on. Is that a clean bomb plant? That's a very clean bomb plant, because all 5 players of ROG are on the A bomb site. That couldn't be any easier if they tried.
We are going to see the push from Shark. Shark is going to take down Derek's that first kill. 1-man advantage in favor of the guys over ROG Esports. I don't think man advantages matter at this point. These guys, if they want to win, they'll find a way to win. Oh my, the full flank. Cartier, Raid, all of these guys. Karma taking out Enzio. It's a 1v3. If he clutches this,
nope,
not going to happen.
Nope, not going to happen. Like, that was seriously straight off the fact. Why send all 5 players to A?
I'll go ahead and tell you why. The flow of the game led to ROG Esports believing that there was not going to be a B push, and they did not anticipate the B plant. Giving B a wide open plant, the guys over at Aphelion took full advantage of it, and they're on match point at the moment. 5-3 in this series.
Verdict, I can tell you for a matter of fact, this map is a B bomb plant heavy map.
Yes, I've said it in the past. I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
If you are a competitive team,
all 5 players, on A. Like 2 players?
Yeah.
3? Yeah. But all 5? That's just... It's wild, man. That's wild to me.
It is wild, and I completely agree with you on that. If you set it for a B push, you know, you could easily push back towards A and play for a retake. We're actually going to see an A plant now. The level of Mind Ninja, the freaking the Jedi mind tricks are in full effect today as they pushed mid, went A. They are going to lose 3 players off the bat. Shark is going to be traded. Karma is going to absolutely violate Raid. Enzio is going to be taken down too, and almost a flawless round for the guys over at ROG Esports as they only lose Shark.
Yeah, that was silly from Aphelion because it's not even defending A is like, I'm not going to say impossible, but it's so much harder when you don't have that man advantage, right? When you haven't taken a player or 2 down already, and I just think that was a little bit arrogant from Aphelion. It was maybe a little bit too big for your boots in that moment, in that round, a little bit too presumptuous. Yes, good mind tricks. You bring up a really good point. But if it's a map where both bomb sites are really viable or viable in the equal way, fair enough. But not this case. But they're going for it once again. They're going for the A plan. Once again, they're trying to prove me wrong. Let's see if it works.
See, the difference in this plant and the last one is they got caught up in mid, which is how they lost 2 players off the bat. Now we're going to have 2 players spawn side of Aphelion, and we're going to have a player in top winery, which is going to be your sniper. That's going to be Enzio. Enzio is going to be in top winery. They're going to throw the smoke down, but this game is over, bro. Shark and Kosh, the last person alive. Kosh is the last one alive as Ray goes down to Shark. Shark is immediately traded. 15 seconds on the board. We're going to a game 3, guys. Oh, Enzio.
Hey, wow. Fantastic play by Aphelion in that last round. I do still think that going for that A bomb plant is really super viable only when you have that first player down from the opposing team. But the way they pulled that off, and I couldn't have said it better myself. The way they set up that defense on that bomb plant was so much better. They got the first kill onto Bunker ROG, and then it followed suit, and it was a really, really strong performance from Aphelion, and they deserved it. And hey, we were right. We did say it was going to go to game 3. We're not being disappointed.
We are disappointed. This is the first game of the day. Guys, and if you're watching this is pre-recorded, so we already know what's going on. Whatever this is aired, I'm still going to be hyped. I'm looking forward to seeing the transitions, what went wrong, what went well. Karma goes 7-8 for the guys over at ROG Esports, and he's a top record. That'll tell you something as it pertains to Search and Destroy. That matchup just... Tunisia is a great map. A lot of players either like it or they don't like it. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, a majority of these players are probably not going to like this map because it's not raid, it's not standoff, it's not firing range. It's not what they're used to. It's a different map. It's a completely different element. You've got 3 lanes of traffic that, could decide where, what's going on and whatnot. Raid going 10-8 and Star Player going 10-5 will let you know that these guys have played this map very well in the past, so they had a game plan going into this matchup, and they executed it very well as Cartier. Cartier goes 9-6. These guys knew where they wanted to go. They knew what they wanted to do, and I think that last A push, the not the last one, but the one before that, the one where they got caught up in mid and 2 players got taken out, I think that was a bit improvised, and it just shows you how a game plan, when it's opted to change, can somehow lead to destruction.
Or it was seriously such a well played game from Aphelion, and they also overall they broke the mold with the fact that being the defending side in Tunisia is I think a little bit easier, but I think Aphelion kind of broke the mold a little bit that you can be more successful as the attacking side. You can be kind of essentially dominating. There was mistakes from Bunker ROG's side. Let's be fair about it, right? The way they kind of set up the defenses, having that round where all 5 players were on A, that was a yikes.
That was a blunder.
But other than that, it was still all Aphelion. It was really all Aphelion, and this game 3, man, oh man, this game 3, it's gonna be spicy.
If ROG Esports plays better than they did against Elevate on Tuesday's stream against Aphelion today, we might have a competitive domination. Yep. But if they show up like they did this past Tuesday, it's going to be a nightmare for them. They're going to be playing on Firing Range, which is a completely different beast when it comes to domination. It's an OG map rotation for this particular game mode. We saw them play on Standoff, and they just... it did not look good, bro. Towards the end, there were triple caps ensuing in on both halves. It was just not a great way to end the day for ROG Esports, and it left me wanting some more. This is where I want it at right here. I want to see how you do against Aphelion. We'll see how this game goes, and this will determine how Bunker ROG Esports season will go.
History can sometimes repeat itself, right? There is that deja vu. ROG, you do not want it to be deja vu. You do not want history to repeat itself from Tuesday. You really have to take control of this domination game. Fire Range, it's a very familiar map for both teams, for all players. And honestly, I overall can't help but think it's going to go over the Bunker. Just because as a team right now, they have, I think, overall stronger gun skill. And with the way the game's changed, I think that will favor a team more. That's what I think is going to go over them.
I can't help but agree with you there. But I'm rooting for Aphelion. I'm not a fan of Aphelion. This is completely unbiased opinion right here. I just feel like Aphelion has something to prove, and today's game is that it's their day. Star player's in the mix. He is in tune. He's focused. He knows what he wants. Cartier's got warmed up. He's ready to rock and roll. And now we've got a player in Raid who showed up a little later on in that matchup, as well as Inzio. These guys are stacked. We're talking about ROG Esports, but I've seen star player Raid, Inzio, and Cartier pop off at any given moment. I just need them to be consistent this game.
And you're not wrong with going for them, because at the end of the day, they're currently on the top of the tables with 2 other teams on 60 points, right? They won their first 3 games, kind of thing. So you are not wrong to go for Aphelion. I'm kind of breaking the mold by going for ROG Esports, right? I kind of am, because you should be going for the team that is currently in a better position on the standings. So, you know, you are absolutely not wrong, my friend. As you just get ready for this game to get started and for all the screenshots to go. Like, obviously we saw great use of smokes being utilized in Tunisia. How important do you think they are to domination and domination firing range?
To be honest with you, I don't think they're going to be as relevant. You know, you're going to see the occasional smoke come down on the site, B site, but more importantly, you're going to see trophies. Trophies are going to be a major focus, in my opinion. So you're going to see more players rocking trophies rather than smokes. I still felt like smokes are great, especially when you're making that transition in the trailer off the beginning of the game, or if you want to go for a quick cap on B. You know, that's an unorthodox, very disrespectful strategy. But in a game like this where it's come down to the wire, we're in the third of a best of 3. Anything's possible. So the strategy that both teams decide to go for will ultimately dictate how the game flow is going to. It is really going to dictate how these guys are going to play in that second half. So first half, if we see Aphelion and players play hell of aggressive, I could assume that they're going to continue with that aggression. But if ROG Esports can put their foot down early on in the matchup, you know, it might be, a game over for the guys over at Aphelion.
That's fair. In terms of gun loadouts, obviously the two teams can't have a sniper, which is obviously a shame, especially in this map. I know it's domination, so it is quite fast-paced, but I still think a sniper in this map would be super beneficial. We have seen the PP and the MP7 really be heavily used, but I've also noticed a few players rock the DRH. For you, what kind of guns, what kind of loadouts we're gonna see in this third game?
I'm expecting to see a few, maybe one or two ARs, and then the rest going to be SMGs. I'm just going to assume that with the gun bans being the QQ9 and the ASM10, leads pretty much any AR is of use rather than the Man of War and the ASM10. Man of War obviously being banned altogether.
Yeah.
But it also leaves the door open for Phoenix. It leaves the door open for MP7s. It leaves the door open for that PP19 Bison, which that Bison rips and shreds, bro. And it is going to be, it's going to be one of those games. It's going to be a split of 3-2 AR or 3-2 SMG versus ARs.
Either way, it's gonna be good. I'm curious how kind of dirty this game is gonna be, kind of how scrappy it's gonna come down towards that B bomb side. It's out in the open of this firing range terrain, the field, so to speak, whatever you want to call it. And this game is on both teams going for their respective sides. Although it seems like the side of Aphelion are going for a little bit of a stronger push towards controlling the B area. And that has allowed ROG Esports to control their A side a little bit earlier, so they, at the moment, have a minuscule lead.
Minuscule lead indeed. As I say that, I am looking at the guys over ROG Esports. They have 3 Bisons and a 117 and an HVK, so a 3-2 split. They're going for a triple cap early on. They are going to get it, and they are making it look super easy right now. We're going to see an immediate A push. Now, who over on the side of ROG Esports has any score streaks? Nobody has anything at the moment, so A is going to be immediately capped. No questions about it, but that, like I said, they put their foot down early. This might be some devastation for the side of Aphelion.
I'm flabbergasted with how aggressive ROG Esports have been at the start of this game, and I absolutely love it. They've caught this side of Aphelion with their pants down, and they're instantly on the back foot. It's not over yet, as the Aphelion side look to capture the B. Indeed, they have. Dark goes down. Wizard is gonna get tilted out of this game for the time being, while NZO is gonna get taken out as well. I also noticed on the side of Aphelion they're rocking 3 MP7s and 2 DRHs, so no PP buys and no 117s being utilized by the Aphelion boys.
A rather unorthodox push towards A is going to result in A being pushed right now. Nope, they aren't going to cap it. So they're going to go ahead and remove a little bit of pressure on that A site. And I'm assuming that they're going to send someone to B to reclaim the remainder of that. So Aphelion, even though they get slapped early on in the game, they're going to be very much so in this, as they have established a little bit of map control as well as a bit of a hold on B. As I say that, B is instantly traded. So yeah, a double. Well, it looks like they got 1 PP Bison. NZO is rocking the PP Bison. I don't know if he's picked it up off the ground, like you said.
Over to, I think he either picked it up or switched over to it. But yeah, he is using that bad boy. And I gotta say, Dark has yet to be shut down in toward. Okay, just as I said,
you shut your mouth.
I know, because he was really helping his team to capture that B point, and he was stopping Aphelion from really holding on to the control of this game. So 64-48 is still very close between these two teams. It's a good bounce back that Aphelion has shown, but they need to continue. They need to rock this out, and of course rock our socks off within this game. Looking for the B bomb plan. Carde comes inside trailer. He gets his head blown off by Shark.
And as you say, that Shark does take down 1. He's going to be spotted to take it out. So that trailer area is going to be detrimental to the success. Oh my, Cartier taking full advantage of the 2 players who were peeking inside of that tower area, as I do believe that's going to be Cartier. No, it is not. Cartier has been taken out. So it was Cartier on that tower. We're going to see another push for a triple cap. They are going to be almost denied, but Dark, as you said, cannot be rejected. C is traded instantly, so the triple cap does not go into effect. First half is nearing the end, and it looks like the guys over at ROG Esports got the better of this half. And I'll tell you a reason why. Yeah. They had great map control. They had, and when I say map control, I say top 10 area was controlled heavily. Shark did a great job of controlling trailer. They are making attempts to push into wood. We do see the wood push come through later on here. And that's going to be the first half, 100-65. ROG Esports needs to continue on their way to another dub. If they can't stay consistent the second half, and if they somehow manage to allow Aphelion any kind of leeway, we might see a close game going towards the end.
We might indeed. Both teams have captured their respective A and C sides together. Shark is up on the kill feed once again, along with Dark Wizard Tilt. 18 for Shark, 12 for Dark Marble. Finding a 16th kill as the members of ROG Esports are looking to capture the B and really kick things off as they started in the first half as well. Kosh slowing down the members of Aphelion, finds one, but is going to get taken out in return either way. The damage has been done. The shutdowns are being ensued, and this is ROG Esports continuing the onslaught against Aphelion.
Aphelion needs to come up with an answer quick here. Cartier holding down this top 10 area. I don't think you need to push out until you get more players on the site. We're going to see him push solo here. This is not the move, my guy. He's going to get a little bit of help here. This might be a push. It is going to be denied by none other than Dark. Dark is going to be there to be the dark horse in the matter. He's going to be spotted and taken out, though. Karma's going to get his refrag, and an instant B push is going to ensue after the immediate trade of B. So the cap is going to be cut off at 50%, but that 50% is a symbol of hope, as I do see Aphelion actually break onto B and reclaim that little bit of hope that they gave to the guys over ROG Esports. Their push from Fire Rage area are going to be denied. This is a neck and neck battle. I know the scorecard is showing that the guys over at ROG Esports have the lead right now, but they're giving Aphelion a little bit too much hope in my humble opinion.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong, but I don't think they're doing it on purpose, to be fair. Aphelion are really trying to crawl their way back into this game. Raid is going to pick up a double, and Zio is going to find one as well. What I do like about Kosh is that he's holding down Trader like it's his own child, and that's going to allow him to push in away towards B. However, he bit off a little bit more than he could chew, gets taken out. Like I said, with them having control of this game, it is just slowing the players of Aphelion down. You just look to trade those kills, stop them from getting back into the game. Time ticking down, 2 minutes and 20 left on the clock, 151 to 113.
Super close game indeed, as we see Enzio pick up 2 big frags, makes his push over to B. That's 3 kills. If they're counting their kills, they know that they can push up to this B site. They do cap B. Now, the hold for C is going to come through, and we are going to see a push on the A. This could make things interesting, as a triple cap would be huge for Aphelion. Not only would it be huge for Aphelion, but it could also be devastating for the guys over at ROG Esports. These guys need to push on the C. I do see C being capped. A little bit of hope for this Aphelion roster as the triple cap was held momentarily. But at the rate of this game, I can't call it, bro. I mean, I know it's a 30-point difference, but I mean, with a minute and a half, I can't do quick math. It has to be a triple cap. Is that right?
Yeah, in my opinion, it has to be a triple cap. Just simply because of the time left on the clock. If there's 2.5 minutes left, I'd say double cap is fine, but it has to be a triple cap. I know that's easier said than done, Aphelion boys, but the way you bounced this bomb one back up, it is strong. It is fire. But have you got the flames to carry it through? I just don't think so. With a minute left, 144 to 173, and the B cap nearly taken down by ROG Esports. Is like they're teasing you at this stage.
It's tough, dude. That is super tough for Aphelion. They are going to be losing this domination if the triple cap doesn't come through. I don't think a triple cap is possible. It's not going to come through. Even if they were to triple cap, it's not going to make a difference in this matchup. That means ROG Esports played much better than they did on Tuesday stream. I don't know. I got to give credit to Elevate, dude. They're hella stacked. They are, if not, they're one of the best teams in this EU comp scene. And the triple cap does come through, and it's not going to be in favor of the guys over at Aphelion. It's going to be the guys over at ROG Esports flexing their muscles as they take game number 3 here. And as I was saying, I got to give credit to Elevate, dude. They are like the heavyweight champs of this EU comp scene. Not the best, but I would say one of the best. I don't know, dude. That's a tough statement. 200 to 1. I couldn't even see the remainder of that score.
Like, so good from ROG Esports in that game. I did say that that's part of the reason why I kind of had it on ROG Esports, because when you look at the scorecard, when you kind of look at the stats, they were just overall able to just frag out a little bit more, and it's no doubt, no surprise that Shark is the MVP from that game. 34 kills, along with 9 assists. He stood out so aggressively for his side, but the supporting roles from Karma, Osh, Dark, and Marvel, they had their impact, right? Especially when I look at the assists from Karma and Kosh specifically, 15 and 16. That, especially with the way the game is developed, I really think that's a really big sign of how strong ROG Esports played as a whole in this domination game.
I gotta agree with you. These guys were pairing up. They were, 3 players at a time together. They were pushing sites where it needed to be pushed, and their assist will definitely indicate that, as we do see the guys over at ROG Esports take game number 3 away from Aphelion. Aphelion still gonna get 5 points there, so they are technically in first place, but that could change in a matter of seconds. So we still got Tragik left to play today. And if I'm taking a look at the standings, I'm thinking we have one other team. That's going to be Stamina, who also are going to be playing today too. So definitely going to have some implications on the standings. Which team is going to come out on top? I don't know. You're going to have to stick around and find out. Now, before we jump into any other games, we're going to go ahead and give you a special exclusive interview with my guy Jim from Tragik. Guys, hope you enjoy the content. We'll be back momentarily.
Multiplayer interview. We've got Jim. Thanks for joining, man.
What's good, bro? Happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the streams. We've been talking on Discord a little bit, and it's good to kind of finally get to have the conversation.
Yeah, for sure, man. A few back and forths. I'm finally here.
Yeah, definitely. Get those Trovo raids in. So
that's the one.
So the most of the time, the way I start these is just kind of asking about how you got started, not just with Call of Duty or COD Mobile, but with video games in the first place. When did you start playing as a kid, and what games were those?
Young. I played very young, stealing my brother's Xbox controller and taking it from him. Just all the way back to like Halo, Gears of War.
Nice.
Then it moved on to I had my Fortnite phase. Everyone had their Fortnite phase.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me. Other games, played every Call of Duty, played game battles on like the old Modern Warfares and bits of comp here and there, but it never really stuck. It was never really every day. I'm getting on, I'm playing comp, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and so you live in the UK, and there's a pretty big gaming scene that's developing in the UK. Did you, when you were playing Call of Duty, did you start playing with friends in real life, or did you meet communities online?
It was always IRL friends. I never really, until about a year ago, I never really knew about Discord, all these communities. We just jump on GBs and play game battles and see how far we could get, which is never very far, but it was fun.
That's one of the reasons why I can't wait for the LAN comp to come back, right? Competitions with everybody on LAN in the same room, because it's that same dynamic you get with friends in the living room, right? Where everybody's yelling and screaming, and there's so much more hype around the the game when you do it that way.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the dream. That's the dream. Maybe I can make a LAN with this event.
Yeah, that would be
That's
awesome.
definitely the dream right
And
now. Anyway.
super excited about World Championships this year and watching
Yeah,
regionals, and it's going to be, the level of competition has stepped up so much in the past few months.
Definitely compared to last year, it's tough competition this year. There's a lot of good teams in it for EU anyway.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah, man.
so yeah, for sure. So when did you start mobile gaming? What was your first mobile game?
This is my first mobile game.
This
bro.
is
Like,
it, COD Mobile.
Before this, I'd never played on glass ever. Never played on glass.
What's the story behind that?
Literally just working, plumbing and heating, running my own business. One of the days, one of my mates told me I was playing Mario Kart. Actually, I was playing Mario Kart in between jobs, just like nothing better to do, waiting for people to answer the phone, that sort of thing. And one of my mates told me, "Oh, download COD. We'll jump on this." So I looked at it, and as everyone is when they start off, I was terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely.
I don't
terrible,
see.
bro.
I don't think that's everybody, because there's so many
Yeah.
people in comp that come from PUBG. I mean, obviously the BR guys
Yeah.
coming from PUBG and
That's true,
Fortnite
that's
Mobile, and then there's all of these people who played, competitive Black Ops 2 or other stuff like that came in and kind of had a knack already. So to come from
it
nothing.
was for me. It was like it was just a different feel. It's a completely different. I play controller, PC, but it was just a different feel. And well, anyway, I was terrible to start off with.
Clearly, that's different now.
No, it's practice makes perfect. It's the same as anything you put your time into.
Yeah, definitely. So, what are some of the adjustments you've had to make over the past couple of months? Because there's been, different things. Shotguns removed in certain environments and stuff like that. So, what have you been adjusting over the past few weeks?
To be honest with you, in these past the past 2, maybe 3 months, my whole game has had to change. That I can't use shotguns anymore. I can't respawn snipe. AR meta came around. I thrived in AR meta because I like using ARs, but SMGs they've never been my thing. Since I downloaded the game, the fast mobility. I'm more of a bunker down and laser than run around jumping, strafing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm adjusting to SMG meta.
Are you playing with submachine guns right now?
Sometimes my teammates would tell you they don't want to see me with an SMG. As much as I don't want to play with it.
Some last resort stuff right there.
Yeah, sometimes it's got to come out. Like with, say, no QQ9 bandits, 5v5 QQ9. If I'm just there with the DRH or HVK, I'm just going to get smacked around.
Yeah. I mean, with an SMG meta, when it's viable, the speed of the game kind of increases a little bit. There's a lot more movement on the map, so it's kind of a different style.
Especially with in hardpoint, especially with the new spawns, it's so fast paced.
Yeah.
Compared to the old setup of hardpoint.
So what do you think about the new hardpoint spawns? How that affects competition?
Everyone's got their own opinion, but for me, it's just it's not hardpoint anymore. It's not like anchors are invisible. There's no need. There's literally 10 OBJs. Everyone's doing every job, but it's just some of the spawns just don't make sense. Like obviously, Mobile Mayhem have took some of their maps out. But even on some of the maps that are kept in, the spawns just aren't viable. Say, for example, Raid on the basketball field hill.
Yeah.
You can spawn inside the hill when the enemy has control of the hill.
I've noticed that. That's the first time I've ever seen that in any Call of Duty, is a spawn inside an enemy-controlled hardpoint. That's a wild thing.
Just doesn't make sense. It's not comp, in my opinion.
Spawn breaks.
Everyone has their own opinion, It's you push as 5, you break the spawns, you get the spawns back, and then you hold.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense for me personally, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going on and on about how the COD Mobile developers ruined my favorite game mode, but I think people will get tired of hearing me shooting off at the mouth about that one. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's a crazy adjustment to have to make, especially from a tournament administration point of view, because they have to figure out what maps still work, what maps actually create a feel we're going for with hardpoint. So it's challenging to organize as well, but you adjust and move on, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you play to the rules you're given, so
yeah.
It's very rare that a game is played to the player's rules.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
so, yeah.
Hopefully we see lots of player involvement, and we've seen some of that with the rule development and what they want to see, and I think Mobile Mayhem is doing a good job of listening
The
to
only
that.
ones doing it, they're the only ones, and it's great to let the players have that input. The ones that are actually at the top and playing the game, giving that input. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
It's great.
frankly, you know, in most cases, the people designing or administrating the tournaments aren't pro players, right? And so for this stuff to work, you know, who kind of knows that competitive dynamic better than the players themselves? So
Exactly.
it's really cool to see Mobile Mayhem listen to players and incorporate those aspects.
Yeah.
We are back live, guys, as I do look at my mic. Holy crap, man. Maybe I need to turn my volume down if I'm going to be this close to it. We are going to be watching Ultima and Tragik in a best of 3 here. This is the next match of the day, the second of 3 that we have on board. How did everybody like the interview from Jim? My guy, Jim, an absolute beast. Love it. Love the fact that he was able to come back with us and do a face cam. We saw an interview from him last season. This is much different, though. This is a face cam. You get to get a personal feel for the guy. And if you're wondering if I changed my face cam up, I did, guys. I take constructive criticism very well. And I adapt to change as quickly as possible. So we are going to get on board with these guys as soon as everyone gets verified and ready to go. Got a special treat for you guys. We are going to be jumping into the VCs of both Ultima and Tragik, which is going to be huge. Best of 3 coming up. Taking a look at rotations and everything. We're going to start off with a Summit Hardpoint, followed up by a standoff on Search and Destroy. If we're lucky enough to see the best of 3 go to a 3rd game, we're going to see a Hackney Yard domination. Ultima opting to ban Hardpoint Hackney Yard. Tragik opting to ban Tunisia on Search and Destroy. And the gun bans are going to be Fennec and QQ9. So we're going to be seeing a ton of Bison. And we're going to be seeing a ton of maybe some DRHs. Maybe some HVKs. I don't know. We'll see. MP7s, Quixers.
B, if you could go ahead and mute your mic, please. Thank you so much, B. It could be kind of heard on that. But yeah, indeed. Those maps are going to be pretty good. I'm really looking forward to Domination Hackney Yard if we do get to Game 3. And I do hope we get to Game 3. QQ9 and Bison being taken away. So that kind of does open up players using the ASM-10.
ASM-10 might be spam. We might see a bunch of Bison play. I'm expecting this one to... Man, everyone loves to see a 3rd game, but I can't foresee us seeing a Game 3 here. And I'm trying to be as nice as possible, as respectful as possible. I'd love to see a Game 3, but I just don't see that happening here.
Interesting. Well, coming into this first game, Ultima, they currently hold on to 20 points in the standings with Tragik up on 60. So based on that alone, it should be Tragic's for the win. They are, very strong as players in Summit, I find. I have found specifically. I know the meta has been changing over the last couple of months. So let's see how they deal with it. However, Tragik do get an early grasp of this first hardpoint.
We see Jim slaying out in that cage area. He was immediately spotted and traded. I don't think he was able to pick up a kill. He might have picked up one. He does pick up two, and he is going to be traded. Slayer and Team Tragik on top here. Not a very high lead, but S-Rose, 4 kills on the board, 2 kills for Jim, and Drari, one of those newer players. I'm not familiar with who S-Rose is. Is this a new player, a new addition? Is this someone who recently was added, or is this a player name change? I am interested to find out. I'm not sure either as we take a look at scorecard. Aether, 4 kills. We've seen Aether pop off last Tuesday. We'll see if he can come through and make something happen here for the side of Ultima. But 29 to 10 now as we see the last few seconds on P number 1 go dwindle down, and the P2 transitions are going to come through. Aether and Team Ultima are going to have an immediate hold on it. They are going to be instantly contested as we do see Tragik on the brink of this little catwalk area.
So they Tragik using a mix of the Phoenix and MP7s across the team for the time being. One thing that I do notice is that Kalashi is utilizing the HVK 30, whereas the rest of the team are using a mix of the Phoenix and the MP7. So it is interesting to see the HVK come out on board, as we're going to see this lead being racked up quite nicely in the first couple of hard points by the side of Tragik. By no means, it's of course not over for Ultima. They're a strong team made up of strong players. You have Clashy, Pan, and the pals, definitely not afraid to frag it out when they need to. But for me, without them really getting into a lead over the next kind of couple of hard points, I would find it hard for them to get back into it.
I'm starting to see that same pattern as I do say that I do see Naples spawning on the backside of this this tower area, which is a good sign for Ultima. Will it will it transition, or will it translate to OBJ points? It's not actually. It's going to be flipped immediately as we do see the guys over at Ultima actually spawning out. So what looked to be pretty promising start to this third hill is actually going to be a devastating one, as we do see Tragik actually opt into the hard point, and the guys over at Ultima are going to be finding themselves on the outskirts yet again. Pan are going to be spotted by Drari. He's going to be taken out. Drari is up to 13 kills. Estro is up to 13 kills as well. So we did see Drari just pick up his 14th, giving him that top fragging position. Now, 14 seconds left on this P number 3. We're going to see a last-second push as, the guys over at Ultima need every second they can get. They're actually not going to get it, as S-Rose was able to slay out and play a little bit of time there. Only about 4 seconds, which is very unfortunate again for Ultima. Ultima making their way back into this game. 111 to 20. Tragik showing and flexing their muscles.
I wouldn't call them getting back into it, to be fair. One thing that I've noticed, over the last kind of minute or so, is that realistically Tragik are kind of playing much better as a team. Much better as a team. In a Summit map, on a hardpoint mode, which is already fast-paced with the changes that have been made, it's even more fast-paced, and you've really got to be on your heels and sticking together in this map, considering how small it is, I think is even more important. And for me, it's a big part of why Tragik are winning this game quite comfortably, to be fair, with over 120 points ahead of Ultima.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty comfortable right now. They're going to see another last-second push from the side of Ultima, and it's not going to translate to anything as they have a complete hold onto P4. P1 transitions are going to be made. We're going to see Shift and Drari, it looks like, on top control. they're going to have a massive lead going into this first rotation. And 130 points is looking pretty hefty. Are the guys over at Ultima going to be able to step up here and make anything happen? Are they going to come back at all? As we do see 15 seconds go in favor of them in this P1 transition. So a little bit of life left in Ultima. You know, they're not down and out as we see 30 seconds left on the hill. Adrari is going to push in. We're going to see Shift push in. Jim gets taken out by Panna. Shift going to make his push on the backside. We are going to see the guys over Tragik continue to rack up points.
Just being kind of pointed out that apparently the image on the map bans and picks that we had that was on the graphic, it actually had Fennec that was banned, but we can confirm 110% that the bans in this series was the QQ9 and the PP Bison. So please be aware that the image, unfortunately, was just wrong in that sense. So sorry for any confusion, guys. The weapon bans are QQ9 and Bison. So any Fennec that's being utilized in this game is perfectly within the rules.
174 to 47. P2 transitions are going to result in a back and forth trade as we see Jim and S-Rose on the hill. Taking a look at the scorecard, we do see S-Rose 27 to 14. Hell of a start for them. Jim 21 and 16, 18 and 19 for Drari, Slayer 19 and 11, Shift 17 and 14. So a majority of this Tragik roster are going to be hella positive, and with only one player being positive on the side of Ultima, you would stop and think that that is starting to, you know, be a pattern here as the positive outweighs the negative on the side of Tragik. They have 186 points. The guys of Ultima only have 58. Shift going to push in, takes down one, and a P2 takeover is going to result in the side of Tragik having a 150-plus point lead. A little under 150, 140 to be exact, going into this third hill. And we saw Ultima have a early hold on P3 last way around. We are going to see them with an early hold here. Will it result in any points? Clash is going to push out, be taken out. We are going to see two players in catwalk area. Aether going to be immediately on site as he is taking some shots on Shift. The entire Tragik roster is going to push in and take Aether out. Shift is going to get the credit for the kill, but Blins is there to pick up a frag and pick up a little bit of time. Slayer finds his way on the outside of the hill. We're going to see some a little bit of life here for the guys over at Ultima as the...
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I got to give it to them. They broke 50. They are racking up points as this P3 hill is much more gracious than it was last rotation. It's going to result in them putting at least 100 points on the board, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. And I think because this is one of the harder points, in my opinion, to kind of breach in this Summit game. So, you know, they've been able to keep a player in each corner. That means the trades have come through with this next hard point about the spawn up has been a little bit of a positive bounce back for the side from Ultima. And, you know, I was thinking that I regarded and noted that Tragik were sticking together a little bit more. Ultima had improved on that. I think for the most part, what's really been able to keep Tragik ahead in this game so comfortably is just because of the fact that they're winning the trades. They're simply out-fragging the players from Ultima for the most part. They do hold on to his current hardpoint. 30 seconds left to go. The breach comes on through, blends. Does a blend Jim in that blender, pun intended. It's going to allow his team to maybe rock on in and take control of this hardpoint, but Tragik are going to respond extremely quickly.
P4 transitions were, again, not too fair for either side. It looks like they got a split of both, as we do see Tragik actually get the remainder of that 5-6 seconds that were on the hill. Transitions for P1 are going to occur. We're actually going to see the guys over at Ultima with a little bit of an advantage. And, you know, this is one of those games where you don't want to get behind early. And Ultima found themselves there, and they're paying the prices, as we do see only 20 points needed for the side of Tragik. They started off well. They're going to end well here, as it looks like the guys over at Ultima are going to try and push in. But they're going to be spotted and taken out immediately, one by one. If you find yourselves in this particular portion of P1, push it in one by one. It's just not going to pan out, as we are getting geared up for the end of this matchup. 3 points is all the guys over Tragik need. Take a look at the scorecard before we even get to the end. 41 kills for my guy Rose. Hell of a game for Tragik as they take it in a 250 to 125 fashion. Guys, that's going to put Tragik up 1-0 in our series of a best of 3. The search and destroy could be where the last time we see Tragik this week, if they are able to manage to take that game. Ultima, you still got life, my guy. I saw it at the end. Where are you guys at? Are you going to step up here in the search and destroy? That's my question to you.
Like, and because the hard points are so, like, as somebody said in chat, shiesty, in a small map like Summit, it becomes even harder to deal with when you're behind, right? It becomes so much easier to fall further behind. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, and I feel for Ultima. They did have a little bit of a mid-game bounce back, a little bit. But they didn't continue that momentum long enough. They got then overall out-traded quicker, and it was all gravy, baby, for the side of Tragik overall. Talking about S-Rose, people have said in chat that it's Sav, but I don't know if they're just trolling. Either way, he got 41 kills, absolutely spot on, and Jim got 35 with 28. So considering Jim is still kind of, I would say that he's still finding his feet in this new meta. He's proven it. He's proven that he's getting there, and it's a good start. It's a good start for Tragik in this series.
A phenomenal start indeed, and we're taking a look at OBJ time. Everyone for the side of Tragik, with the exception of Slayer, who obviously was playing his role as Slayer. He goes 32 and 18 with only 19 seconds, but everyone a minute plus on the hill. Sav, a.k.a. S-Rose, if chat is not trolling. S-Rose, 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
According to Denla, S-Rose is Sav. According to Denla.
Okay, how much can we trust Denla, though? Let's just be complete.
I don't know. I don't really trust him. He's a bit of an... What? Sorry, I mean... no. Either way, he's still called S-Rose, but as a perspective, apparently it's Sav.
Sav did a hell of a job in the OBJ there. So 41 kills as well. So I mean, he played Slayer role inside of the objective. I got to give it to him. He played his role very well as we getting geared up for game number 2. Search and Destroy is going to be played on standoff, so an OG map. I had to make sure that everything was right because obviously I can never trust the best of 3 screen. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I was saying that jokingly, as we did see the Finnick not banned. It was, however, the PP19 Bison banned. So getting geared up for a Search and Destroy standoff. Tragik on the brink of a 2-0 over the guys over at Ultima. I don't know, man. I don't know if Ultima is going to be able to rise up to the occasion. It's one of those games that
you know what? I think they will.
I mean, if they can do it, it's on this map because everyone's played this map so repetitive. It's been played out.
Honestly,
they have to have a strategy.
It's not even just that. It's not even just that to me. It's not even just that. It's the fact that we started a series off in Summit. And like I already said, I just think Summit is to me, I think with the current meta, I think Summit should be removed from comp. I just, I've never liked it anyway, but I always accepted that there was some strengths to it. And, I think it's just stupidly unplayable in terms of 14 to try and come back into a game. So I really don't think we have seen any kind of, proper Ultima gameplay. Search and Destroy is a completely different game mode. You're able to maybe flex a few more of your muscles. You're able to kind of get back into it. Honestly, I do think we can see an Ultima win.
Okay, so if Ultima can win, we'll go to a game 3. This is definitely a map where they can do it on. I feel like Tragik is too OP at the moment. I've been proven wrong plenty of times in the past. So if Ultima is out there and they're listening, I hope you guys hear it, because this is words of encouragement from both sides. This is me saying, hey, prove me wrong. And this is saying, hey, prove ImPERium right. So it's a win-win situation. You take this game, you'll get at least 5 points.
I love being right.
Hey, if anybody's right, it's always ImPERium, not Verdict. Verdict is
No.
I have been so inconsistent with my with my predictions recently. I just try to veer away from them.
We also never went into people's comms on this. On the hard point, we totally forgot about it.
Oh my God, we did.
Yeah, I know. So I hope we do get to a game 3, because then we'll have another chance to visit the comms as its game is underway. Tragik are going to be on the attacking side for the first 5 rounds.
We're taking a look at the map spread. We're going to have one player inside of Cubby immediately on A. Blends and Aether are going to go down. Slayer picks up one of those kills. Jim picks up the other. Shift taking some shots. He's going to get some help from another Tragik player. And Panda going to be left in a 1v5. He takes down Drori, who was kind of like, I don't know, he caught him with his pants down inside Delhi. Slayer spots Panda. Panda is going to be taken down by Slayer. Slayer picks up 2 kills. 1-0 in favor of Tragik. If Ultima doesn't get their act together, they're going to be 6-0 here, guys. It's got to be a better. It's got to be a better performance from Ultima in the second round.
One little thing that I absolutely loved about the final seconds of that first round, Slayer jumping up and down just to try and get vision above that tank. It was simple, but it was really the reason why he took down iPan, and because he jumped up, he was able to see. I don't really see that enough in COD Mobile as round 2 goes over to Tragik. Nice to see Jim back on the OP sniper in this game mode. No doubt it was going to come out because of the strength that he has with that gun type. And yeah, this is standard from Tragik, to be fair. Standard strength, standard plays, standard wins in these rounds.
Much better round from the guys over at Ultima last. Did not result in any kind of points being put on the board, but it did give them a little bit of encouragement, I hope, as we do see a 4v4 ensue. Slayer goes down, Blends goes down, and seeing Jim back sniping is I'm not gonna say a bit. It's very refreshing. We haven't seen Jim snipe.
It feels good.
We haven't seen Jim snipe in a very long time. It's felt like this past season it was more of a shotgun play. He had Slayer there to come through and assist in that sniper role. But with the Arctic ACOGs actually being banned, I'm assuming that everyone is relying more on, or the Arctic in general. Is it banned altogether? I can't remember if it is. I haven't seen anything, so I'm assuming it is. Rose, oh my God, Rose is going to be taken down by Panda. Aether are going to be left in a 1v3 situation. 0 kills on the board. I'm assuming that we might see another round go in favor of Tragik.
0 for Aether, 0 for Blends as well in total. So if there's a time for Aether to kick off his killing spree in the Search and Destroy game, it'll be right now. 1v3 as the bomb is going down. 20 seconds left on the clock. He turns around, he finds Drari from behind, but now his position has been exposed. Verdict. Behind the tank he goes. Like I said, time is ticking down. 14 seconds left on the clock. He slides his way through. Finds one.
Boy.
Is he going to find a third? Nearly finding it. Trying to switch around. He's running out of time. The play has to come through. He looks for Jim. Jim's on his own. He's going to have to reload. He pistol whips, but time's running out. It was a great attempt, but Jim played him like a fiddle in the end. Knew he didn't have to actually get the kill on Aether. Just knew he had to survive until the time ran out.
Jim did a great thing by playing time there, and whoever said that Jim's movement was not on point in chat earlier, I believe it was Yeah! You were wrong, my guy. He played super aggressive there and still played time very well, using his movement to his advantage. I think it was like 8 or so seconds left. He knew he had Aether exactly where he wanted to. He's actually going to pick up a kill and a jump shot. My guy, Jim, picks up another. Is Jim back to his old ways? No, he's going to be cut shy of that ace. We are going to see it here on this Search and Destroy matchup. A 4th straight round goes unanswered to the guys over at Tragik. They are on the brink of a 2-0 in this series. They need 2 more rounds. Ultima needs to get their act together.
Ultima really need to win this round as the defending side. They cannot suffer this 5th round defeat. It will be a massive crushing blow to any kind of momentum they're looking to dish out to get into the comeback. They do find 1 kill, they find a second. The Pals gets 2 in a row, and it's going to be another one. It's going to be another one. Shift's left on his own. I said they needed to win this round, and it seems like they're heading that way, Verdict.
Very much so indeed. Shift going to be the last player alive for Shift. Or for Tragik. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? I moved one thing on my setup, and I'm like all disoriented right now. I feel like a newborn child. As Naples does find Shift, gets the kill. He picked up 3 that round. GG's for Naples, as if we can count on anybody to hit those shots, it's going to be him. Naples coming through for the clutch of Ultima. Ultima, I'm going to need to see a little bit more consistency here. If you can reverse this game and somehow make it a little more competitive, I'll be... Oh, he finds Jim peeking inside of the cubby. No, sir. Denied. Naples picks up his 6th. He's on a bit of a spree. We're going to be on board with him more. Slayer spots him and just absolutely annihilates him. A nerf for my guy, Naples. And then we're going to see Esros taking down Blends. This is Tragik that we know. This is a Tragik that has shown their slaying ability in game 1. Can they close it out here in this 6th round? They're going to have to find Clashy and Aether in order to do so.
And they're not together, but it is still 3v2. Now, as Nepal's has gone down, they can pick up the sniper if they wanted to. However, at the moment, the most important thing is that they look to pick up the bomb, stick together, and look for an opportunity to get this game in. Shift finds Clashy. See, Shift did the right thing, right? Jim goes down, Shift picks up the sniper. Now Rose is going to get the final kill. Round number 5 goes over to Tragik. And this is game, set, match point in this series. Tragik about to dish the final blow. Call it fatality. They can win this round as the defending side against Ultima.
Finish him is all I could hear right now. This is if this was Mortal Kombat, that's exactly what we would be hearing. As I say that, Tragik is actually going to be down to 2 players, as Drari and Slayer are going to be the last 2 ones. Drari takes out 1, he takes out 2. ASM 10, as you predicted, is in full effect. And now we're going to have a 3-1 situation where Naples is sniping, Pana DRH in hand, Aether with a MP7, a great combination of guns available for the side of Ultima. Now, bomb is going to go down at A. Drori takes down Clashy, or Pana rather, takes down Naples. Aether, if he doesn't get his act together, he's going to get beamed. Bomb goes down at B. He throws the smoke, or was that a grenade? It was the grenade. Smoke comes down, ensuing that grenade toss. He is going to make a full flank on the backside of the barrels. Aether spots him, takes a shot, lands 1. Drori playing time, playing a little bit of desperation here as he's wanting to make this push. Maybe trying to psych his opponent out. As he does push in, Tractor is going to be where the action is held. Aether was able to get the kill. We are going to see another round. The guys over at Ultima are able to fight to see another day.
So close. Like, can I just say, Drari did exactly what I wanted him to do. In my head, when he was down to the 1v3, in my head I went, he has to get at least 1 kill before that bomb is planted. And he got 2. That meant he had way more time to play with. But now, as we are in this next round, it is just a cluster truck of kills coming your way as Tragik are down to 1. But S-Rose, also known as Sav, finds 1. But it's going to be Aether that picks him off in the end. We are looking at a bit of a comeback.
Wow, we have seen some pretty decent rounds here from Ultima, letting us know that they have a dog in this fight. I just hate the fact that they start off so, I don't want to say poorly. It kind of is like a replay of the Hardpoint, am I right? Hardpoint started off Tragik, started off with a massive lead. It was like 100+ points off the rip of the first 4 hill rotations. And now we're seeing the first 4, 5, 6 rounds go in favor of the guys over at Tragik. And we're starting to see that fight come out of Ultima. We need to see that early on in the matchup. We need to see you establish a little bit of dominance. I don't want to see you get your feet wet and then decide you want to play. I need you guys to come with it every single round, dude. I need you to start off consistently. Stop finding yourself in a hole and trying to dig your way out of it. We are going to see Drari come through and be taken out as the one-man advantage is in favor of the guys over at Ultima. Can they capitalize on it? I don't know. Slayer rotating through the bottom side of this market building. We're going to see Sav get taken down. Shift inside of this cubby area, and the bomb plant at B is going to ensue. I don't know if this is a move. They lose Naples. Pana takes down Slayer as a revenge. It's going to be a 2v4 now as Pana blends clashing Aether. Aether does take down Shift.
Oh, Jim with that turn. Jim with that turn, looking for another one. He's left in his own verdict. This is close, very close. Could be too close to call. The bomb's down. 25 seconds, he turns around. But Aether, once again, gets the final kill. That's the 3rd round in a row. Aether has gotten the final kill for his side to pick up the point. And this is 5 points to 4 in the favor of Tragik.
Jim had the right idea there. Being outnumbered definitely wasn't, something that he was able to overcome. We've seen it done in the past, but, when you have a sniper in hand, you don't have that KRM to kind of lean on or anything to kind of go with it. We do see S-Rose, a.k.a. Sav, taken down too. Naples going to be left on his own. He's going to be in his own very 1v3 situation. Will his shots connect? We've seen him be very consistent. A lot of people talk about his snipes and how they hit. Will he be able to find Jim and Sav this round to clutch it up in a 1v3? Jump shot comes through. Doesn't spot Jim. He's on the other side of this tractor. Jim with the advantage. Gonna take a shot. Doesn't land anything. Kind of giving away his location. But with Sav right there to assist, he might not be in any kind of danger. So Naples going to be forced back to this bomb, which is, oh my God, look at all the dead bodies on the floor of that gas station area.
For me, Pals is having to be very careful, and he's going for a little bit of an orthodox B bomb plant. He gets it down, does take the time away, and kind of puts the members of Tragik on a little bit pressure. It is still 1v2, makes his way out of the hole. He gets taken down, and I don't know why he peeked. I don't know why he peeked. If you're gonna go for the bomb plant, don't peek, right?
I completely agree. Like I could nitpick that play apart and go into depth for the next 5 minutes about how wrong that was, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna make a difference. Sav, Jim, clutch it up there at the end. They take the series in 2 off of what could have been a great comeback for Ultima. They're going to be shut shy of a 3rd game as the guys over Tragik were just too much. Naples had the right idea. He had the bomb plant down. I don't want to say he wasn't confident in that plant. He was a little more overconfident in his shots, and it resulted in him pushing out and that's no man's land, bro. There's nothing there to cover you. You got Jim who's sniping, who's hitting his shots. You got Sav who also put up 11 kills. I wouldn't have contested that. I would have found myself on the backside of that deli building or even in top blue repositioning. Instead, we see him playing a little over aggressively, and it did not pan out.
I will say, I think Ultima can hold their head high from that last game, because I do think they played very strongly, and they were 4 points to 1. They nearly lost 5 points in a row as the defending side, right? And I'll always talk about that in terms of the mentality of getting back into a game. You really have to dig deep when you're losing like that, right? Because that mentality really gets to you. So, give a little bit of silver lining to Ultima. I really think that bounce back was super strong. super strong, and they deserve that credit. At the end of the day, they're going up against a team that is made up of players that I feel are just a little bit more synergized, more confident at the moment in the league as a whole, and are hard to beat. So it was never going to be easy for Ultima. I just think they need to take the positive moments for the positive moments, take the unfortunately bad moments, and improve on those and come back stronger, because I know they have a lot of potential as a roster. Just stick with it, guys. I look forward to casting you more in the future. Simple as that. Like, try not to be too harsh sometimes. Ultima, I love you guys.
That, I mean, words of encouragement coming from ImPERium himself. I couldn't have delivered it better myself. I was thinking the exact same thing as that fight back. You saw the fight in the dog. I just got to give you a little bit of advice. Don't find yourself in a hole early on in the game, and you won't have to dig yourself out. That's the only thing I have to say about that. You fought back. You did it well in the hard point. You did it well in the search and destroy. You just found yourself in a bit of a deficit, being eliminated in both games after what could have been a great comeback. At any rate, just don't find yourself in a hole. Keep your heads up. We're going to go ahead and move over to part 2 of the Gem COD Mobile interview, guys. I hope you are still with us as we're going to be gearing up for game number 3. But, like I said, Gem interview part 2 coming up.
So, and you're a competitive player as well as a content creator, streaming quite a bit.
Yeah,
what is that
recently,
average?
Definitely.
Yeah, what does that average schedule look like in a week?
In a week, probably upwards of a full-time job. Honestly, hours-wise, you could do 30 to 40 hours a week. So that's, say, stream in the daytime, a few hours rest, eat my food, then jump on for, practice, pro scrims.
How long are you streaming usually?
Normally, 4 hours in the day, and then 4 hours on the night as well, so 8 hours a day, really.
Yeah, that's a heck of a schedule, and a lot of those comp practices you generally don't stream sometimes too.
Yeah. See, well, at the moment, because we haven't had a major event announcement until recently, I've just been putting my all into content, trying to grow my Trovo, get YouTube's on videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
But now we've got a major event to work towards. It's definitely going to change, because I haven't been on the top of my gaming comp because I'm giving so much time to the content side of things.
Yeah, that's a tough balance to strike, especially with events coming up.
Yeah.
So what are some goals you've got for content creation and also for competition for 2021?
For 2021, earlier in the year, I set some goals, which I've nearly got to. I think it was 10K on Trovo, which I'm at 6.3K.
Oh, that's huge.
As of the moment, I think. Yeah. So we're not even halfway into the year, and we nearly got it. So
yeah, man. Hey, everybody watching this, follow our man Jim on Trovo. Let's get it done. Let's get that 10K.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, but that was for me at the time, it was a goal that was very, it was out of reach, but given the time to it, yeah, it's crazy the support I get on Trovo, honestly.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I'm amazed on a regular basis how little toxicity you see in the chat and how excited people are to support someone that they like to watch. Trovo's a great environment for that.
Definitely. And as far as the comp side of things, it's the same as everyone competing right now. It's that LAN appearance. It's that LAN appearance for me. Obviously, I'd like to do well in Mobile Mayhem this season as well.
Yeah,
but the long-term goal.
I love to see that because I asked that question to everybody. Right.
Yeah.
And everybody, they talk about some content. They talk about maybe some subscriber, some follower goals, get out content my audience enjoys. And then I talk about competition. They're like, I want to win Mobile Mayhem and I want to make it to LAN stages. We're trying to win world championships. I love that mindset.
This is what we're here for, bro.
I love that mindset.
This is what we're here for, bro. Nothing but dubs. This is what we're here for.
And that's what it takes, right? At some level, if somebody's like, oh, I'm just kind of here to have fun and talk some trash with my friends, that's not enough focus.
No, at this level, you have to be very focused. There's a lot of, how do I put it? There's a lot of mentality involved. You got to have a good mentality. You got to be on top of your game. You got to be able to bring your teammates up when they're down as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always the easiest to do, but it's very much a chemistry-based game. Call of Duty's always been a high chemistry-based
Yeah,
game.
yeah, all about communication, team chemistry, kind of knowing what your
Yeah.
teammates are going to do without them having to say it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, if you see in Call of Duty League, you see it in mobile, the reverse sweep is crazy, and it happens when teams match up, and the mentality it takes to change the momentum and get that reverse sweep is something special, and sometimes that's what it takes.
I've been reverse sweep once. I'm never being reverse sweeped again. I tell you that much.
Nobody wants to be the victim of one of those.
No, God, yeah. No, I'm not trying to get reverse sweeped again. But having that in your head, that it's happened once and that it's not going to happen again, really does help. Like,
yeah,
you fight for it when they get that game up on you. It's like this is my time.
Killer
to reverse
instinct.
sweep. Yeah, and it does. It brings your game up. It can go two ways. But for me personally, if I'm down, I'm only going to fight harder to come back up.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about it a little bit with shotguns and stuff like that. But what are your primary guns that you're playing with in competitions right now?
Right now, primaries, it's HVK, Absolute Laser. I love beaming heads. What else? DRH, great gun DRH as well. It's all ARs, and then obviously 2 snipers for S&D, DLQ, and Locust, but I'll always be a Locust player, I think.
Yeah. The Locust is my favorite multiplayer sniper as well. Like, I don't know, I just love the feel of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if you're, let's say you get, obviously, if you get the DRH banned from the other team, you're going to play with the HVK and vice versa. Yeah. So you're always trying to primary one of those.
There's I use some off-metal weapons as well, but it's got to be a good day to be dropping 40s with it. Like the Peacekeeper, I'm a big fan of the Peacekeeper, surprisingly, which is an off-metal weapon, just like very difficult weapon to play with. But
watch out for you if they buff it, right?
Yeah, for sure, bro. If that Peacekeeper gets a buff, feel bad, man. It's gonna feel bad.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to play with off-meta guns on a pretty regular basis because you never know how that meta is going to change, and if you're super familiar with a few and they kind of come into the sun shines on them a little bit with balance changes, then you're ready to go.
There is like SMGs I use as well. It's not like I'm dead in the water with SMGs. Like I think it's called on this game. It's called Fennec.
Yep.
Like the Fennec, fast paced, really fast paced. The new gun, the Bison, unbelievable weapon. But
I can't make it work for me. I got to play with it so much more.
Yeah, the amount of bullets in the mag is questionable.
It's wild. It's an LMG in the submachine gun form, man.
LMG, SMG. Yeah, and it's got AR accuracy, so.
Yeah, it's wild right now. Everybody wants that skin.
Sure.
That's that.
Yeah.
And so
I've already got it, man.
So what's the so last couple of questions, and I've started asking these because I think it's great to get the perspective. But when you're watching people, content creators, who do you watch more often than anybody else? If it's somebody else,
who do I watch more often than anyone else? COD Mobile wise, Bobby Plays. I spend a lot of time watching Bobby Plays, man.
Yeah, Bobby the King, right?
Yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. And then I'm thinking streamers wise, what streamers do I like watching? CZ Spy.
Oh yeah,
Elevate.
Yeah,
a lot of time for Spy. There's some other like content creator side people like You Will Lose, who's NA, who's an NA streamer.
And just savage at Battle Royale.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
for sure.
That's the one. That's the one, bro. And Noah as well. Noah I watch a lot as well.
Nice. And the last question: who is the funniest COD Mobile person on Twitter?
Who's the funniest COD Mobile person on Twitter? I'm not sure. That's a tough question. I like the engagement. I'd say Bobby again.
Yeah.
I would Bobby again. Yeah.
I think it's what I enjoy watching the most is how, as the game develops, as the scene of content creators and competitive players develops, people are building relationships, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Content creators meeting each other, whether it's through Discord or in real life, which is much more rare in the past year. Yeah. But like, as people kind of build those relationships, the banter back and forth, the streaming collaborations, all of it gets a lot more fun for the people doing it and the people watching.
Exactly. Yeah, the community is good. It's one that first like gaming communities have been part of, but there's ups and downs. But yeah, it's a great community to be in anyway.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, that's what we've got for the interview. And thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you making the time to do it. And
Sure,
you know,
man.
everybody especially enjoys kind of getting to see where people come from, what got them into competitive gaming, and hear a little bit about each of the
That's it.
competitors. But
Yeah, appreciate your time as well.
yeah, awesome, man.
Getting geared up for our third match of the day. It is going to be Elevate taking on Stamina. We will be jumping into the VCs of the guys over at Elevate, as I missed the opportunity like a dummy in the Tragik and Ultima matchup. With that being said, we are going to see a firing range hardpoint, so a great map to listen on comms. Meltdown, Search and Destroy. If we are lucky enough to see it Game 3, we're going to see Domination, Standoff. Ooh, we saw this Tuesday. If we see a Game 3, I'm oof.
And I like the fact that bar firing range, we're kind of potentially going to see 2 other maps that we haven't seen tonight, kind of thing, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just it's easy to doubt myself. So that's really good to see. And then with the map bans and the weapon bans, Fennec being taken away, that is kind of interesting, but I think makes sense because the Fennec is quite strong in the meta, and even though it may be team, I like the fact that it's banned.
Don't see a PP19 Bison ban here, so I'm assuming we're going to see, as we're gearing into this first game, I do see 1, 2, 3 Bisons off the rip.
Yep.
For the side of Stamina, and we do see 3 for the side of Elevate.
That's 4 for
4.
Stamina.
Gee.
I think
That's
wait,
5.
5. I think that's too many. If
I don't know.
I understand that the Bison is hella strong, but I don't feel there's as like I think the MP7 is strong for a reason, and I know this is a varied map, so it can really work with the Bison. But if you're in trailer and you have a Bison going up against an MP7, in my opinion, that MP7, if those bullets hit, if all those bullets hit with that spray rate, I think it's going to come out on top. However, it seems that nobody is using the MP7 from either of the 2 sides for now, as the DRH is being utilized by 2 of the players, as you saw from Elevate. This is such a close game so far, coming into the start of the second hardpoint.
Stamina is doing a decent job with the 5-man PP19. I got to give it to him. I did not expect it to be this close with, you know, every player from their side being inside or using that PP19. Without further ado, guys, before I forget, because I will definitely forget, let's go ahead and jump into the VCs and the guys over at Elevate, because I am known to forget, as you already seen.
Tunnel.
Window.
Behind.
Bro, they pushed us every side.
One is camping on the jeep.
3 more side, guys. 3 more side.
I spawned far.
No.
Oh
Two
shit.
tunnel. City car, 2 city car, 1 city car red.
CT car.
One more inside. Two inside.
2 side, guys, 2 side. 3 side. Go next. Go back, Jaja, go back.
Mid dead. Yeah,
I'm with you. Don't be, Baba. Army, one army.
One armory.
Go back in trailer.
They're pushing barrel.
Army, one more army.
You should have stayed in trailer. Stay in trailer next time.
Okay.
One more
Nice, good
army
match.
and 3
One's
city.
on the palm tree.
One mid.
I'm dead.
Mid,
Mid
one
there.
shot.
Pushing me barrels. Guys, help me.
I
The
got
other
mid.
side. Look.
I have the mid.
Mid dead.
Dead, barrel dead. Nice.
One
Another
more
one
to
mid,
mid.
another one mid.
Barrel. 2 barrel.
All right, guys, you saw the little bit of frustration towards the end of that P3 or P2 hill, making transitions in the trailer. Back and forth. Ultimately, some decent comps from our guys over at Elevate. They don't need to say too much.
Yeah.
All they need to do is
I
just get the point
noticed
across.
that.
I love it. It's simplistic. They know what they're doing. They're very competent, very confident in what they're doing. So,
one thing that I noticed, and this is something that I've seen that I haven't seen as much of, is that there was definitely you know, there was still information being given, but it was kind of less information. It was more kind of direction from the players, as in, you should have been in trader, go here, go there. I don't know exactly who it was because I wasn't tracking exactly who was talking, but I also like that, right? Because I think it's important to have that maybe core IGL player that gives direction to the rest of the team.
I love it. I love it too as well. I found the comms very simplistic, and we'll move on as I see the cluster strike come through for the side of Elevate. They have found themselves a little bit of a lead, but you can never say that one team is going to have an advantage with a lead.
Nope.
It's with these two teams, they're both very competitive. I'm loving the usage of the PP19 from the guys over at Stamina, and they stuck with it, right?
Yeah, they stuck with it. I think Angel is kind of struggling on 7 kills so far, and that's you know, right now the biggest telling sign between the two teams is, for the most part, Stamina is losing those gunshot battles. Right, they're you know, I know Inferno and Nox just got a double kill together, but you know, when we look at the kills, Stamina are really struggling to hit the right marks.
You're right. I'm taking a look at the kills, the scorecard for both teams. Turu Lily, 18 and 10, 60 to 7 for Saturns, 14 to 13 for Yaya. Everything looks pretty consistent across the board there. Only one person positive for the side of Stamina, and that was Narks. Narks actually going to be neutral at the moment, so nobody positive. So like I said, I'm going to stick by it. They made a decision to use the Bisons. They practice with this gun. They know what they want to, you know, get out of it, but you got to adjust the strategy and how you're using it. You're finding yourself in gunfights. You're finding yourself in gunfights that you can't win with that gun in long range areas, and we're seeing Turu put himself in a position to take up close gunfights, and he's doing it well. He's got 20 kills on the board, right?
He has. He's got 20 kills on the board, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I also love the way Baba Yaga was playing on top of that tower with that DRH, which I just think is a much stronger gun as he picks up a double kill just like that. 169 to 75. It's a much higher increased lead coming out from the Elevate boys over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, they are going to go ahead and flex their muscles. Stamina not able to contest that P1 as much as they should have. And what seemed to be a decent start for Stamina is starting to turn into a bit of a tough one here, as they have found themselves in a 90-point hole. Grizz just not going to be able to muster up enough time here, as we do see Elevate make the break onto P2. And with that being noted, we are going to see the guys over at Elevate just extend that lead. And if Stamina can't find anything here, we might see a P4 ending.
Man, okay. Good from Stamina to get back into this a little bit. They've yet to really hit the 100 bomb. Angel comes in, playing for the trader right now. It's going to be 1-2 Uniflu, pick up his shoes. Stamina are trying to get back into this one quite nicely. 189 to 100. Stamina have a long way to go, Verdict.
They do have a long way to go, and if they are going to make this comeback, we're going to have to see a complete hold on trailer. It's very possible. Now, I do notice that I do see Turu, or who was that? Saturns has a cluster in hand, so that is something to keep in mind as I'm taking a look at the guys over at Stamina. I don't see any clusters or Predator missiles. That's going to be very unfortunate. And I don't see anybody in the hill for the guys over at Stamina. As the cluster comes down from Saturns, we are going to see the break on trailer come through, and Narks is going to be the only one alive. This is not where you want to be at if you're Stamina. You need to find a way to get back in the trailer and break this hill. Even though there's only 20 seconds, it's going to make for a better transition over to P4.
The fact that they lost trailer so quickly, and they for the most part, within reason, held down a pretty solid defense on trailer, but players from Elevate just came in and rocked their socks off. 224 to 107 coming into the next hardpoint. The players from Elevate are setting themselves up quite nicely, even chucking a cluster strike just outside the hardpoint. It's simple, but it's effective.
It was very effective, very well planned. 20 points is all the guys over at Elevate need. I'm sure they'll get it here as that cluster. Set the stage for this game 1 ending as 12 seconds is going to come through. Another cluster from the guys over at Elevate. They know exactly how to use those score trees properly. That's going to do it for game number 1 as Yaya pushes out. He will not be denied top fragging rights 35 as we were talking about Churu Lily's slaying abilities early on. We finish off with my guy Yaya dropping a 35 piece.
Overall, just better played by Elevate. For the strategy that was needed within this hardpoint game, they had that on board. 2 minutes and 26 on the hardpoint from Toro, my man Toro. And then the rest of the team were really backing them up with like 1 minute 37 for Saturns, 1 minute 15 for Baba Yaga, and 1 minute for Yaya. It really is just, again, better played from Elevate, because I don't think Stamina played badly, but there's nothing really that stood out to me in terms of the fight, the comeback in losing that trailer so quickly. That's, for me, that's when I knew Stamina had lost it.
Yeah, that trailer transition resulted in a cluster coming down on the outside or outskirts of it as well. So not only were they able to make the break, but they were able to secure it with a plethora of gun skill, and accompanied by a cluster strike. It's going to make it difficult. Now, we did see another cluster strike come through on the P4 transition, as well as a hold on that back alley jungle area. So, Elevate just miles ahead of their competition at this moment. A game number 2 will be played here shortly as we take a look at the scorecard. I think your face cam might be off too. There we go. I was trying to...
Yeah, freaking I totally forget to do that because we switched we switched to check and VC, then I totally forgot to turn my cam back on. Apologies about that, my friend, but my face is back, so to speak. Like, to be fair, Stamina, they were coming into this game 60 points more than Elevate. 10 more, but still more, nonetheless. So, they should be feeling more confident, but they just didn't really play with confidence in that first game. So, I'm hoping with Search and Destroy game mode, they are very effective on. We'll see a better performance.
Gonna need to see this Search and Destroy come through. Meltdown is a map that could go either way, guys. It's not one of those maps that you practice too often, and when you do, you probably hate it. I know I used to hate it. I used to hate playing games. I used to hate Meltdown with a passion because there is no consistency with Meltdown. It's one of those games or one of those maps that if you're having a great day, you'll continue to have a great day. Or if you're having a great day, you can start to have a bad day right there. So it's just not consistent in my opinion.
Yeah.
You could practice as much as you want, but in terms of, the gameplay itself, it can be a bit difficult if you find yourself out of position just one round. That second round could result in you trying to play over aggressive or, conservatively. I don't know. We'll see how these guys play it. Stamina, if you want to see a game 3, you're going to have to win it here on this Meltdown map. And without further ado, I'm loving it. Denla on top of his game. We've got screenshots in. We're going to go ahead and jump into this second game.
Yeah, like, personally, I love Meltdown, and I think it's a map where if a team does put in the time and research, they can really massively outplay their opponents. I mean, like, massively outplay. Big brain type move, because both of those bomb sites are viable. They require different strategies, but they are very viable. Indeed, Stamina are going to be the first to kick things off as they're looking for a B bomb plant.
They're immediately on the site. We're going to see Baba Yaga and Yaya closer to those boiler room areas. And the nade comes through. Bomb is planted. 40 seconds for the guys over at Elevate. They found themselves 2 players down as Baba Yaga and Yaya are spotted mid. They're going to be taken down. Toby gets Saturns. That's going to be a 4v2.
Oh, Marky.
Marky with the crisp shots. Not going to be enough as Grizz comes through and gets that frag. Turu picks up one. It's a 1v2 now. Much more manageable. And Angel Inferno going to have to find themselves a clutch here. Inferno going to be spotted in mid-area. Turu pushing up aggressively. Gets the kill. Now with only 10 seconds on the clock, that's going to be it. They're not going to be able to get this defused. Or is he? Turu, you dirty dog.
Oh, no, Toru, you kind of fell for that. You should have been expecting it. Either way, that was a really strong effort as the last player up for the side of Elevate in that round. It was, to be fair, a very poor defense from Stamina. I understood Marky getting kind of 2 kills with that sniper, but after that, it was genuinely very bad for Stamina. But in the end, they're looking to go for a little bit of an A bomb plant, sending all 5 players around that area.
Bomb is going to go down. 45 seconds on the clock. We're going to see Narcs here.
Very good.
With Grizz. They're going to be holding this bottom staircase area. Baba gets a frag. Finds Angel out in the open. Toby, Grizz, and Narcs 3v3ing Turu, Marky, and Saturns. Marky is actually going to be half health as he's firing away mid-area. He's going to find...
Nice.
Oh, nobody. But we are going to see Narcs get taken down by Saturn. So 2-0. That is going to be it. Round over for the guys over at Elevate as they find a tying round here. We're going to be 1-1 going into this third matchup.
I don't know why Narcs was positioned where he was on that full A bomb plant. He should have been overlooking the entrance of the A bomb plant from the I forget what the name of the building is, but from that tower building where he actually is now. That's a much better position. I think that will really complement Stamina's ability to go for that A bomb plant.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened for the guys over at Stamina last round, but they got a nice plant down. They had a 1-man advantage, and it just all kind of crumbled there. As you were mentioning, I do believe positioning had everything to do with it, as I do see Narcs inside of this office building, the attacking side office building, or I think some people call it 43 or 60 something. I don't know. Whatever's on the outskirts of the building. We are going to see Saturns actually take down Narcs as he pushed up on the site. A 1v4 is going to ensue, and Angel is just going to get demolished there. I mean, when you got 3 players in the immediate vicinity, you can almost expect that every time.
And I respect the quick bomb plants from Stamina on the A bomb side, because I think that's actually generally a pretty solid way of playing the A bomb side. Is you plant it quickly, but if you're not able to hold that defense like they've proven they haven't, they got to switch things up, and it seems like that's going to be the case, as they are going to turn their attentions towards the B bomb side. They're round down, their game down. They need to retake control.
Bomb's going to go down at B. 5v5 to ensue. We're going to see the retake from the guys over at Elevate come through, as it looks like they're going to get one from Saturn. Saturn is going to pick up his 6th. I need to be on board with him more often. These snipers are disappointing me, as I do see Marky with only 2 kills and Narcs with only 3. Narcs is going to be spotting Saturns as I say that. And a 2v3 ensuing. 1v3.
Nice by Toby.
Toby plays very well.
Beautiful.
He picks up 2. That is going to be the round in favor of the guys over at Stamina.
And the 2 rounds they've won have both been from B bomb plants, so I expect the same coming out from this final round for them as the attacking side. Narcs, indeed, I agree with you. I've been a little bit disappointed with how these snipers have been playing so far in this game from both sides. But with this final attacking round, let's see what they can do. Baba Yaga and Saturns are both going to get kill each.
It's going to give a 2-man advantage for Elevate, as we do see Baba get sniped by Narcs. Narcs with well-played position. Yaya is going to take down Toby for the trade. B bomb plant may have just folded incorrectly for the guys over at Stamina, as we do see Narcs get taken down in the teabag. I'm not even sure who that was.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The disrespect.
Hey, look, in-game BM, it's allowed. It's all part of the game. And on the side note, I'm a little bit surprised that both players are using both snipers are using the the QL, Q33. Sorry, my apologies. To me, I think the Locust is a little bit better. To me,
I'm
think
a fan of the Locust as well, but with these snipers, dude, they're so keen on using what they like. The DLQ is just something that.
That's true.
Oh my God, Narcs absolutely violated one. In that staircase, as I caught the very bare end of that bare end. Yeah, we're gonna see a tied ball game going into the 7th round. Narcs has 5 kills on the board. He is going to pretty much be the top of that leaderboard. As Toby and Inferno are going to accompany him. Saturn's popping off with 7. This PP19 has just been an absolute force to reckon with Saturn's usage. We're going to see a B bomb plant go down, as the A plant just was not it. They're going to find 2 players. Saturn's is going to pick up his 8th, get the bomb plant down. 45 seconds for the guys over at Stamina. Angel and Grizz trying to muster up a little bit of energy. Grizz is going to be spotted. Grizz is going to be taken down. Baba Yaga is going to get the trade. That is going to be a 4-3 now, as we see Elevate take a little bit of a lead here. Can they keep it and close this series out in 2? Who knows? We'll have to find out and see if Stamina is going to be able to bounce back.
It will be a big blow to Stamina's momentum if they do go down 2-0 in this series, because not only will that be a cool 20 points for the guys from Elevate, but even just, losing this series 2-0 is not going to be good to their confidence. Saturn's has the bomb in their hand. It seems like they're going for a little bit of a different, more passive approach. And I say this is different because I haven't even seen this kind of passive approach from a team in quite a while in Search and Destroy of this specific map. So I like it.
I like it. As I say that, Narcs actually, as you said, that Narcs actually picks up a big frag. And I was asking where the snipers were, and Narcs showed up, my guy. Marky as well. We see 5 kills and 6 kills respectively. Saturn's at a 1v5. We might be all tied up here if Saturn's isn't able to connect. 5 kills. Narcs with a jump shot jumps into this tunnel area. He has been spotted, and we just see a plethora of Stamina players on the other side to receive him very well.
Very, very good round for Stamina. I liked the more passive approach from Elevate, but maybe it didn't work. Maybe it won't work again if they go for the same. Sometimes when you're playing against a team such as Stamina, you kind of need to shut them down in terms of fast-paced gameplay, going for that bomb plant early on and then out-fragging in the end. They're going for it on the A side.
A-bomb push. Very well done. I have to give it to them. They forced Angel out of the area. They were on the staircase side of things, and now Saturn's picks up 2 more kills, 3 more kills. Marky picks up the last. That round went very smooth for Elevate, as the A aggressive push paid out very well. They're on game point. Will they get it here on the attacking side, or will we go into a round 11? This is going to get interesting, as I do see another A push for the side of Elevate.
I think Stamina are possibly a little bit more prepared. It's a 3-2 split coming out from Stamina for this defense. They'll be switching things out. It's not so much of an aggressive A-bomb plan, because I think Elevate are a little bit more aware that Stamina are going to be prepared. However, the bomb is going to be planted. 0 players have gone down so far.
Grizz had a pretty decent nade thrown there, as he was forced out of mid-area. We are going to see 2 players from Stamina go down, as Baba Yaga is going to get 2, but are going to be traded almost instantly there, as Toby finds them. Toby picks up another. That's going to be a 3v3. Turu's going to be found in mid. Turu's going to get the better of the trade. He's one shot. Now Inferno, also one shot, going to be found in this opposing player's spawn site. Yaya's going to spot him. That's going to do it for our series today. Elevate take the best of 3 and 2. We are going to conclude our series on that game.
And Stamina, they definitely played better, but they still didn't play good enough. and they're not a bad team, but they're definitely underperforming in this season, in my opinion. They are underperforming. Whether they've yet to find their groove, whether they're failing to maybe really adapt to the changes in the meta between the guns and the rule changes, I don't know what it is. They know more than me in terms of, you know, what's going wrong for them. But at the end of the day, it's resulting in them, despite being pretty high up in the standings, I still say underperforming. And that's just because I know they're a fantastically strong team and they have an array of talented players on their roster. Whereas for Elevate, they do show improvements. They show that they're adapting themselves, and that's a cool 20 points, the overall standings for themselves.
That is right, guys. We are going to see Elevate. Well, we just watched Elevate take that best of 3 and 2, and you know, I have to agree with you. Stamina just could not find their groove today. I don't know if they necessarily are struggling though. I feel like the adjustment to the rules, settings, and everything was made. They still now, so I'm not going to argue that, you know, that they are struggling or not, but I just have to say they struggled hella bad against Elevate. Elevate performing miles above Stamina that matchup. So implications for the remainder of the season, you know, you got that bragging rights for the guys over at Elevate going down the road, and you know, maybe I'm starting to think Elevate had everything planned out for the remainder of the season. They started off on a slow note. They weren't able to take a single game from the Tragik series as they had to 4v5, and then we did see a DQ earlier on last Thursday. We saw 2 DQs, but not from two DQs from them in particular, but it was just interesting how that day panned out. 2 players picking up snipers when they shouldn't have resulted in a game 3 in both, or no, actually in a game 2 for one, and then a game 3 for the next. But you know, without rambling on furthermore, I have to say today was a bit of amusement. I have to say, game 3 going in the first one.
It was a great game.
It was a great series. It was great. The first, I have to say, the first series was remarkable. Went to a game 3, a well-deserved one. And then we had a game that went off stream, or a series that went off stream. Results from the day. That is going to give us Aphelion losing to Bunker Rog Esports 1-2. We did see that game go off stream, or pre-recorded, I'm sorry. That was a great series. Bunker Rog Esports and Aphelion. Aphelion getting their feet wet this year, or this season rather. They played hella well against the Bunker Rog Esports team that stacked. Ultima loses 0-2 to Tragik. Elevate takes the series in 2. Unicorns of Love off stream take the game over Originals. I'm gonna let you talk about that one.
Yes, Unicorns of Love finally kickstarting their mobile Mayhem 2021 season run with a 2-1 win over Originals. You know, it's good to see, and I really hope, without, obviously, because it was all stream, they won 200 to 139 in the first game. On a side note, they've also added Maxu to their roster, and I think that's a really positive addition, because I think Maxu comes with not only experience but a little bit more bite in his gameplay. And then they lost actually, I don't know. Wait. Okay, I don't know what happened actually. No, I think they lost Hardpoint. So Unicorns Love lost Hardpoint. They won Search and Destroy, and then they won Domination. So it was a comeback from Unicorns Love. They were 1 game down, and they won the next two games. So it's really good to see from Unicorns Love.
Very well indeed, getting them on the board as we do see them rack up 20 points in total. Tragik 80 points in first place. Elevate now with 70. They overtake Aphelion and Stamina, as we started the day off with Stamina, Aphelion, and Tragik all tied for first. Aphelion still in third place, 65 points. Stamina does not gain a single point. They could have contested for that third place spot, but we do see them in the fourth place, position 60 points. Bucket Rock Esports gets 15 points as they take their series to a game 3. Zigna CU 35. They did not play today. Ultima 20 points. Unicorns of Love 20, and Originals and Hypnotize rounding up the bottom portion of the games or the spots now. Guys, that is going to do us for the day. I'm going to leave ImPERium with the final words.
Oh, thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for the support, for the messages in chat. You guys are gas for tuning in, day out, week in, week out. Everybody on the back line, Denla, B, yourself, Verdict, you all kick ass at what you do, and it's just a consistent pleasure to be able to cast these amazing mobile Mayhem games. And of course, join Verdict on this channel next Tuesday for some more awesome mobile Mayhem action.
That is right, guys. Get ready to raid. We're going to go ahead and jump into Mod 6's channel, guys. We will see you back here Tuesday.